I've got a sample.
Oh, that's a great color for you.
Is it?
Let me see your lips. That's a great color for you.
It's a sample.
You need to buy the full size of that.
I can't read the bottom.
Even with readers on?
Mm-mm.
Or it's just so old that you can't. I'd take it in. You need that color.
Really?
Look at that. Casey, isn't that a great color? And it's very like chic gray shade. That I'm looking for a color that looks like that on me. Are we podcasting? She's so pissed. We are podcasting. Casey told Kristin to put on lipstick. She didn't. She just looks like she's runway ready now. It's amazing. This is the I'm So Hard podcast. Unfold your arms, Kristin. Oh,
It's been a week, you guys.
It has been a week. It's been a year.
It's been a year. Guys, full disclosure, last week I didn't realize that, well, we have this lovely gentleman named Jonathan who listens in and is part of the podcast team, and Casey had left to go use the bathroom, and I was in here and we were getting ready to do a second episode, and I literally changed my shirt like I was like trying to be in both cameras, and I hear Casey scream, "Kristin, don't change your shirt!" And then I was like, "Oh,
too late.
Done. You're welcome, Jonathan." And Jonathan was so nice. He's like, "I didn't see any. I swear, I didn't see anything." And I'm like, "You want me to do it again?"
She talked to me for a good 3-4 minutes without a shirt on, and I was like,
"Guys, I one time wore a shirt dress that I was sure was a dress, and then I'm 100% sure now was just a shirt."
Yeah,
it was. I was I just
it's
didn't
like
understand
really
what my
showing off the legs today.
Yeah,
you know what? I think it might have been a swim cover up.
Yeah.
Because those get confusing. Those tunics really get confusing.
Well, I wore it the whole day, and shouldn't have.
I got free coffee.
Well, Jen came over that night, and she goes, "Whoa, you were so nice about it. You're so diplomatic when you say, you're like, I think you would really enjoy it if you put on a nice lip color, or that is a shirt. That is not a dress." And I was like, "Oh man, it's 6 p.m. I've slinked this thing on my butt."
I wish I wouldn't have belted it. And that's why my hoo-ha's been cold all day. Yeah.
I have never felt breezier. This is delightful. If you have not subscribed to our podcast, subscribe.
Please rate,
review, subscribe. If you are new here, welcome. It's going to get real horny.
It's so much, actually.
So sexy. Sexual content. Not safe for work.
Go to IMOMSOHARD.com and see if we're going to be at a city near you.
Oh, yeah.
Got a whole bunch of shows this spring coming up. That's a great Christmas gift
Flashback
idea, by
tour.
the way. Yeah.
It's going to look different, feel different. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're very excited about it.
I'm hoping people dress up.
If you're watching this on the YouTube and my left eye looks weird, it's because I got stung by something. We don't know what it is, and I have a lot of concealer on.
I think I can see a little bit, but not if somebody else can.
Whatever. The world is against me right now. I don't believe in Mercury retrograde shit like that. I just think people are out to get me.
It's just hard. It's busy, you guys.
Well, can we just talk? You want to talk busy? Can I just brag about Jen real quick? We just survived Thanksgiving. And I mean that. Like, Jen pulled it off. It was perfect. She's not stressed. She's got 100 people at her house. We went the day before. My mom, she's a hero. All my mom and dad wanted to do was hang out with Jen. And I was like,
great.
Done. Like, do I have to stop before the car? Roll, go.
I loved it.
They loved it. It's all they talked about. They made friends with everybody. Half of them are going to stay at my house. They're so all into Nebraska volleyball. It was all anybody could talk about.
Did I tell you this? This was the big thing that's happening next year. Ron and I figured out that next year's our 20th Thanksgiving that he and I have done together.
Oh my gosh.
He was one of my best friends from high school, and we reconnected after college, and he was teaching in San Diego or getting his PhD or something like that, and I was in Long Beach, and we became roommates and just started cooking Thanksgiving, and we get together every year. We do a prep day the year before or the day before.
He's a machine, man.
He's a machine. And I always think, like, is he going to get pissed at me for giving him orders? And no, he's just like...
but he also will fire him back.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't care. He's like...
Get out of the way. I'm trying to put this in the oven.
I've got that.
Yeah.
I had one job. Put the buns in the oven. No joke. That's not a euphemism or a metaphor. It was a literal... Jen was like, can you just put the buns in the oven? And you would have thought I was doing calculus. I dropped them 3 times. Jen was so nice. She was like... I feel like after you drop them twice, we should probably... And I go,
pull the plug on those ones. Yeah.
I couldn't freaking figure out the foil. I was like, you would be surprised that I'm actually intelligent. I could I get so stressed out.
I know.
I'm a cleanup team.
She was, and she cleaned up like a champion, you guys. All my hand washed all the china. I try to use china for everybody so it feels special, even though it's outside.
She has so
and
much
stuff.
of it.
I've got my grandma's and I collect it. I look on Facebook Marketplace. I didn't find any this year. By the way, China, grossly overpriced these years.
Yeah. And my mom's
lately.
like, gosh, I just love how Jen really takes pride in her china and just has this setup for everything. She has enough serving spoons. And I'm like, dry the plate, Terry.
I will take that kind of, because and my mother-in-law and we get along on that.
It's
Common
productive.
ground too. It's
I
sort
think
of
the kitchen is very productive, and
Yeah.
it feels like that's what I loved about restaurants is like you were having this relationship inside of these tasks that you had to do. So
Yeah.
like you'd go run food and then come back and pick up your conversation, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm obsessed with the bear. Besides that, I want to lay down sexually with all of them.
He really works out, doesn't he?
Does that make it sound sexy when I say you want to lay down?
You know, you're being honest. You're being honest.
I don't
You're
wanna-
like,
I
I
don't
don't
wanna
have the
sit up.
energy. I'm not going to impress you, buddy.
Mm-mm.
I'm not going to.
But I think about it. I'm just
Yeah.
happy that the blood is still flowing in that direction.
No, yeah.
That's
I don't know
gross.
if mine is, honestly.
Well, who's the 28-year-old listening to us?
There's at least 2 or 3.
There's 2 or
Will you
3 and they're
message
like,
us so we
"I'm out."
feel good about ourselves.
Yeah.
If you're between 22 and 30 and male and you listen to this podcast,
You deserve all of the ass,
yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I mean, you should be a better person because of it. Okay, so let me go back to Thanksgiving. So Jen has this prep day. My parents go, they have the best time. They're talking to everybody. They're cutting onions. They're chopping up stuff. My dad, everybody just has a job to do and they feel great. And they're talking Nebraska volleyball. It was delightful because I just had to drop them off. But I had so much to get done anyway.
yeah.
That then in a couple hours, we went and picked them up. And then the next day, we went back
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving.
They did so much work. Wait, Ron's dad was out this time too.
All these
It's all Nebraska people.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. It's all Nebraska people showing up to the kitchen going, what now? What next? Where's that?
Yeah.
I don't want to bug you, but I'm going to, they find their sharp knife, they find pot holders, and then they don't really need you for the rest.
yeah,
They
just
find
put me on something. I'm good
they're
to
like,
go.
here's my cutting board. I'm going to
Yep.
keep reusing this one for whatever you need for me to do.
Yep.
Every once in a while, they need to ask where Ziploc bags are or something.
But then they're annoyed when they have to ask you, do you have Ziploc? You know what? Never mind. I'm just going to
gonna
go in your
look for it,
pantry.
yeah.
I'm going to look for it first. I don't know why I asked first. It should look just
And I
probably be in front of
also-
me. If it wasn't
they're-
a snake, it would bite me.
They're great too because my kitchen doesn't make sense. It
Has
barely
a TV
makes
in it,
sense
which is a big win.
to me. Like where everything is put, I'm short, so everything's in a weird, convenient
That's
place
not untrue.
for me. So a lot of times people come in my kitchen, they're like, why are
We
there
go low.
scissors in with the steak knives and the ice cream scoopers? And I'm like, because
Because she can reach it.
I need it to be convenient for me. No judgment. Everybody was just, we had fun. We got so much done. We were done early. So
You
we
guys
got
were
to,
so calm. I came in and I was like, I thought it was going to look like, like a short order, like you're spinning orders on the thing. You're like, I got to go to table 62.
no,
But it was like so smooth and everybody was having fun.
got so much done, got a lot done. So even the next day, I was able to get a shower actually
Yeah.
before it was.
Jen looked so cute. We got there. Everybody had a great Thanksgiving. My son, everybody was doing great. But I'd like to just fast forward to a moment where I had a very big epiphany about our children.
all 4 of them.
Eleanor and Dashiell
Yep.
are very similar.
Yes.
They're thoughtful and their first go-to is kindness.
Yep.
They're
Born
not
6 weeks
super
apart.
overly like walk into a room and
Yeah.
they're like kind of chill. I would say that like easygoing is a
Pretty
good word for-
logical.
pretty logical.
Yeah.
Never want to hurt anybody's feelings.
No.
And then there's another set. And that would be my son and Jen's daughter.
Yeah.
My son Finn and Delilah are so incredibly similar. And it never occurred to me until I caught a moment where Finn and so Delilah was on the swing. She's wearing this outfit. She's got like orange and yellow. She's got a shirt tied and she's got like this skirt on and her glasses are always falling down her nose. And
Always.
she just looks like she's a literal quirky character. She's so
She is.
funny. Her
Yeah.
facial expressions are so you, but they're so exaggerated. She's like a cartoon.
Yeah.
And my son just got a buzz cut and I told him,
It's
I said,
cute.
It's cute, But I said, Finn, you've got a cowlick right in the front of your head, and I know what you're going to do. You're going to think it's a bald spot. It is literally how your hair comes out of your head, and it's in a circle. It grows straight and in it like a Doppler map.
Yep.
And he's like, no, I won't care. I won't care. I'm like, he's going to care. We get the buzz. Oh my God, I have a bald spot. And I'm like, is that a bald spot? So he gets this buzz. He loves it. I make him put on a handsome shirt.
Don't ever cut your bangs, Finn. Don't ever.
Oh my God.
Go through. Don't try. Even if the Beatles Page Boy cut comes back into
No,
style,
can't do it.
you're not allowed.
It's literally like 4 tussles of hair just go straight up in the front. Okay, so cut to everybody's having a great time. The kids are all having fun together. And Finn and Delilah have always had a really strong friendship.
Yeah.
But they give each other crap. And Finn is now 13 and he's bigger. And Delilah is spicy, but she's holding her own. But I look over at the swing set and Dashiell is swinging next to Delilah and Finn is in front of Delilah and Delilah is kind of like doing, like stuff like that. And Finn is holding a water bottle. And I hear Delilah go, yeah, I do want you to splash me with water. I want you to splash me. I dare you. Yeah, you're not going to splash me with water. And Finn goes, you really want me to splash you with water? And it was like me going, no. And he just goes, whap, with the water bottle and it dumps on Delilah. And Delilah goes, I didn't really want you to get me wet. And she freaks out. And I yell across this beautiful turkey dinner that everyone's sitting down. I go, Finn, knock it off. And then Dashiell falls off the swing at this point. It was a wonderful.
Yeah.
But I realized in that moment that someday when rules are broken, it will not be Eleanor and Dashiell. It will be the two conspiring people that we've birthed that together will cause real trouble.
We'll be on vacation somewhere.
And they'll sneak out.
And and Finn will drive. And Delilah will have a plan.
Organize.
Yeah.
And then they'll get the other two to go, and the other two will confess and ruin it and chirp.
Yeah.
They'll be the first two.
I don't know if they'll go. I don't know
I
if
think
they'll
go
along.
and then they'll regret it. There'll be no fun.
I think Dash would be like, I gotta
Look at
go.
our arms right now.
I know our arms are crossed. I think Dash would go because he would feel like I gotta keep eyes on my sister.
I think he'd be like,
he's pretty good about like lately, which is totally new. Because also the other thing that's totally new is he screams at her like crazy. And
welcome to the flip side of life.
As he's walking to the car, I know the times to say it. If she is sitting in a place he wants to sit, and I see it before I go, don't you yell at your sister.
We go, Delilah, move.
Yes, he does.
God,
it's
it's
like
all that's in our house.
All he does is bark at that girl, and I don't. Or he will say, is it? Oh, he heard that there's lead in what are they?
Stanley's. Oh God!
And you know what? He goes, whenever I have to make waters for soccer, I don't use her Stanley for her because I don't want her to be exposed to lead.
That's sweet, but that's sweet.
I'm like, you have to crack it open. It's like listen. It's like mercury in a thermometer.
There's no way they're gonna let Finn and Delilah go on their own and have all the fun. Also, what age will we get a call from county and say they tried to get into a bar? I don't know.
16, 17.
One of my favorite stories with Delilah, though.
Are you talking the beach story? Yeah, I knew it. It's going to be this way. I think we called it back then. We're like, there might be a love connection here.
Oh my God.
As soon as Finn has any interest, because she's highly interested in everyone right now.
But she's so funny. Finn, I love my son. He's 13. You guys, it's like someone has given him a book on what to do to be the most annoying version of yourself.
It's incredible.
Do you want to know what he's doing lately?
Yes, that's my son too.
He's asking ChatGPT to come up with a rap, and then he tries to rap it. If you put two of the most annoying things together, it's that.
Casey,
13-year-old.
You're laughing because you know she does this, right? She would. She's like, I didn't know. Give me that phone. I didn't know you could do that.
But then my son's like, walking the streets alone. And then I'm walking into my home. And I'm like, nobody was there. It's so obnoxious. He was trying to rap in French.
Post Malone got started, I believe.
God. He's trying, my son's
rap in
confidence.
French? That's very next level.
This kid is retaining French at a level I've never seen. And it's simply because he has the confidence to try it out. And he's speaking French everywhere.
Amazing.
To me, it sounds like it's made up.
There's
but
a
it's
redeeming
not.
thing.
I mean, we're paying for his school. He better learn something. But he is rapping French to Delilah, and she is looking at him like he is the smartest, greatest thing.
We're hearts, cartoon hearts coming out of her eyeballs. Yeah.
But then at one point she goes like this. I looked at her and I go, kind of like, Delilah, you're a hero. And she goes like this. She's like,
big shrug.
like, I don't know what he's saying. I go, none of us know what he's saying. She's so, but they have this rapport. And when we were on the beach in Hawaii one time, they were playing this game where Delilah was a mermaid and she was being rescued from the water. And everybody had to carry her onto the beach. And Finn was the biggest. And he was like, kind of like holding her like a bride, sort of like, and she had her head back and she was like being, damsel in distress. And then Dashiell came over to try to help and like grab her feet. And she goes, don't touch me, Dashiell. And then she went back to acting like she was dead in his arms.
She was like, you trying to pick me up, but Finn
picking me up.
Different story.
But those two, I was like, it was the first time that it's gone full circle where I've seen them become sort of like equal footing.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, those two, they're going to come up with the worst plans. And then thank God we've got the reasonable angels on the other side going, no, guys, we're not sneaking. Oh, fine, we'll sneak out. But I'm going to tell on you.
Yeah.
That's going to be Eleanor.
Eleanor and Dash will be like, well, let's bring our Apple Watches in case there's an emergency of some sort. And Eleanor's going to pack waters for everybody. And
Eleanor's going to be like, I just think this is going to really make my mom feel bad. And she's really trying her best.
Yeah.
Or Eleanor's just so sympathetic of me that I'm like, am I bad at motherhood simply based on how sympathetic she is towards me? Like sometimes she'll just pat my back and she'll go,
with
"You're
that,
trying."
That's Dash too. Like,
I know.
If Delilah's freaking out, he's like,
Finn doesn't do that.
That's
like,
on.
You didn't bring me Starbucks?
Yeah. Okay. So Delilah is, I've mentioned, very in love with love. And over Thanksgiving, our nephew Braden and his girlfriend,
oh my God, they all wanted to see him kiss. That's all they wanted.
They are obsessed.
Yeah, that's all we ever wanted.
Dash, I don't know if I've said this before, but my favorite question is, he goes, do you think Finn and, or do you think that, Flynn and Finn is confusing for me. What?
Is kissing someone?
No, he goes, do you think Braden and Flynn have kissed before? Or are they waiting till they get married? And I go, definitely waiting till they get married.
I'm
That's for
telling you
sure.
this, but I think your shower saw some stuff.
Yeah. Whoa.
I got weird when I was standing there and he was like, hey, let's go shower. And I was like, there's a chance that means together because you're not married and you're not tired of each other. You're young and you're in your 20s.
Did I say that out loud? I didn't mean to. I just do weird Aunt Kristin over here imagining young people.
Braden said it to me. He looks to his girlfriend and he goes, hey, let's go shower. And in my head, I was like, oh, that means together. They're in their 20s. They don't care who gets the
conserving
warm water.
They're all really
my
hippies.
God.
Well, now that's exactly like Delilah. Okay, so Braden had never seen Twilight. Delilah, obsessed with Twilight.
Obsessed.
So was Flynn.
Yeah. That tracks. Can see what I mean?
Yeah. So they start watching it, and I'm in like getting ready stuff
John's
for Thanksgiving.
Like, don't get any ideas. Don't fall for the first vampire you meet.
And Delilah comes in and she whispers in my ear, even though it would be impossible for those guys to hear from the other room. She goes, BF not only stands for best friend, it stands for boyfriend. It also stands for Braden Flynn. So when I say BF, I'm talking about Braden Flynn. And I'm like, okay. Go watch the movie and keep your eyes on your own work, okay? I don't know what's going on in there, but they're in their mid-20s. They're perfectly fine.
They were all waiting for them to kiss down by the trampoline because they were down there and all the kids on the trampoline were like, do you guys kiss? I'm sure they were like, do you do it with tongue? And I'm like, yeah, when you're first 3 years and then you barely kiss at all.
Yeah.
There will be a time when the kissing goes away.
I'm sure they felt under the
mic happens, but...
Whoa, now that's too much for me. Okay, that's too much. He's still my nephew.
I'm saying in 20 years when he's married.
That's right.
They're not going to French kiss anymore. Who does that? It's kind of gross.
Nobody does that, no. And so then she would come in like every 10 minutes and go, BF are holding hands.
Oh my God. It was all the talk.
All
the
updates on BF, what was happening. And like the next day, she's like, BF, we're just kissing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if we were holding hands with our husbands or kissing, literally, everyone would be like, God, stop.
Get a room.
Jesus. Oh, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, they'd
Yeah.
be absolutely horrified. So
Yeah.
she's very into the love. And I was working up at the school yesterday for just a little bit. Came up, surprised her during snack time. She's talking to her friend Maya. And those two, the conversation I walked in on was them speculating whether or not Dash was conceived on our honeymoon. Mathematically, if that worked out. And I was like, what are you talking about here? I mean, I'm like, great. Let
Listen.
Maya explain everything to you.
Yeah.
Any
Sometimes
questions
a
you
friend
have?
does the heavy
Yeah.
lifting.
Yeah.
Eleanor, the other day, we were baking cookies. I love my daughter. The sense of urgency is not strong in this one. She's like, it's literally the night before we go back to school from Thanksgiving break. She has been off a week. Finn was off 5 days. She goes, shoot, I got to do a presentation tomorrow about, and I go, this is my face.
It must have slipped my mind.
And she goes, all I need you to do is bake cookies. And then I'm going to have to describe what's happening per step.
Yeah.
And I have to make slides with pictures. And I go, how many slides? She goes, 22. And I'm like,
oh, shit. So a whole PowerPoint presentation.
This was at dinner. And I go, well, you guys are having cookies for dinner and you're going to have to graze all of the leftovers we have in the fridge. So I didn't even get mad. I was like, all right, let's get to it. And so I'm like, Eleanor, in the future. So we're pulling all the ingredients. And I don't know how this came up. The word virgin came up. And I don't know how it came up. And she goes, oh, maybe it was like Christmas, like Virgin Mary or something like that. The word virgin came up.
Well, you guys are Catholic. Comes up a lot.
Yeah,
probably.
listen, we gotta, we have a what do you call it? The scene, the little. My mom was really
Nativity
happy. I put
scene.
nativity scene and a cross
I'm
on the wall.
so much more Catholic than this one. And
Yeah.
I'm not even Catholic.
My mom, there's a lot of conversations about how Catholic she is, and then the gloves come off.
Yeah.
So my daughter goes something about virgin, and she goes, "Well, we know that's not you now, don't we?"
To you?
To me.
How dare you?
I go, Eleanor, and she goes, yeah, that went away the night. That went away the night you got engaged, because they know.
Oh,
but
that
I'm like,
happened. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you're right. That was the night.
Oh man,
that was the night that it went away. It was when I was 34.
It just occurred to me that at any point,
time ever,
some point, these kids are going to watch all of our videos and they're going to know all the secrets. It just now hit me.
Or their friends are going to watch our videos and go, "Do you know your mom talked about that she wasn't they're going to get all the information secondhand, because they're not going to want to watch our videos. Thank God.
No.
They don't find us entertaining.
Thank God.
Or interesting. So they're not going to watch us. It's going to be great.
Okay, speaking of love, I did want you to discuss your favorite genre of film today. Do you feel prepared? Because I want to.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Oh, also
Fit check
with a
Fit
Z.
check. Czechoslovakian fit check. This shirt was given to me by Dewey and Terry to represent the importance of following, loving, and supporting the
Women's
girls volleyball
sports,
team
too.
in Nebraska.
Yeah.
And my mom and dad are so much more into girls volleyball than they are into football.
Yeah.
And
Well,
when they were
they
here,
win. Sorry. Look, I bleed red.
it's
I
next
love
level.
Nebraska,
And Ron
but-
is also into it. So the two of them, they knew the players, they knew the girls, they knew
Everybody
their
is.
names.
It's the
Everybody,
best.
it's a phenomenon. It's wonderful. So my dad is like, we need to go watch the game. I go, well, I don't know anybody that's going to be showing or how to even see Nebraska girls volleyball. So I found a bar. We found one screen and we went and watched it. And my parents were pacing. They were, and my mom was like, I know you like to make a lot of jokes when we're watching things, but you need to be quiet because we love these girls. And I'm like,
She told me her priest said that they had to root for Louisville during that game. And I was like, okay, well, there's no disputing
I mean,
that
that's
with you.
Catholic. When
Yeah.
you're just, I bet that's the whole, I remember when we had a priest from Notre Dame and there was a Notre Dame game on and mass was 18 minutes. It was literally
Hell
walked in, genuflected, the big prayers,
Got
one
a
song
game
and
to
out.
get to at
It
100%.
was, I was like,
Well, also, it'll probably be happening about now is in the playoffs. There'll be
Oh, yeah.
Creighton and Nebraska are playing. I want to say Creighton's in the top, definitely top 10.
it's so exciting.
Yeah.
So this is my shirt. It's from them. Because if you're from Nebraska and your kids live somewhere else, you're required by Nebraska law to always supply Nebraska gear.
Yeah.
So my kids have more t-shirts and stuff with Nebraska on it. And it becomes a little bit of a running joke because every time they open it, they're like, let me guess, new Nebraska t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then I look at them, I'm like, no, cut off.
I know.
Do that later. We make jokes when they leave.
My mom sent a gift to our kids Thanksgiving week, and Dash goes, well, it's either going to be clothes or an ornament. And I was like, and you're going to love it, you little smart ass.
They're whipping out the truths of things lately, and it's coming at me unexpectedly. Meanwhile, trying to make cookies for a last minute project. Let's talk about stuff that makes me happy.
Okay. I got to find a thing that I was going to talk to you about because you set up what it is, because I know you ladies know what this is, and
you guys. Listen. Jen likes to talk housewives, and
that's what I was going to say. This is
my housewives.
Yeah,
I love to talk movies and TV shows. It's how I spend my time. It's always how I've spent my time. I could be so much more successful and productive and better, but I do spend a lot of time taking in content. That's the cool way of saying that I watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of TV and movies, and during the holidays, I will watch all of the garbage. I'll watch Hallmark, Lifetime. I have a tipping point. I have different genres and different things and thoughts. But I think I invented a funny game that I think you're going to kill.
Okay.
Let me just say this. I'm going to give you guys my top. I'm so excited right now. I don't know how to direct my energy.
I know, but partly I want you to know too that because Delilah is so into romance, and we have seen every kids Christmas
film.
Hallmark.
There's nothing salacious.
Yeah, we're gonna dip our toe in that. I just feel like she's gonna just she's gonna start wearing Avon perfume and driving a Cadillac and just really.
That was who I idolized when I was her age.
I did too.
And Fire Baton Twirler. I was
she's not allowed
what else
to
do you need in
smoke Virginia Slims. Wasn't fire baton twirling such a deal when we were kids?
I think they need to bring it back.
I mean,
was there? By the way, if that's not an
general.
80s, if that's not an 80s reference, let's let a 16-year-old light the ends of her baton to twirl about with one loose throw. Could literally light the crowd on fire.
Here's your fringe dress.
Yeah, it's literally $9 made of polyester. Have at it.
Yeah,
you had to put it kerosene. And then somebody lit it, and I was like, this is my future.
Not the fire part, but I grew up thinking I would be a professional baton twirler. Everybody got one at Christmas time.
And it's so freaking hard.
Yeah.
If you do the finger thing, I used to just do this, and I'd bonk myself every
you get a good one. They're really heavy.
Yeah. And then throw it in the air, forget it.
Yeah.
Fire baton. Where is she? She should be running the world.
Hey, listen, creators of female porn, do a series of baton twirling videos or something like that, because all of us are honestly, that's how we picture ourselves.
Where are they? They only get on TikTok. They need to show us their thing,
Yeah.
They still got it. They can do it. I mean, I would say go easy. Don't light up first. Take a couple spins at the baton, then light it up.
Some night when you don't have league bowling, set up a camera. Show us your skills, because we know what the natural progression of that lifestyle is, right?
Hey, man, she's probably top tier bowler, honestly.
Fuck yeah, she is. That hand-eye coordination.
Bowling.
You kidding me?
No, I actually don't like bowling. I like bowling alleys.
Oh, yeah. You like to be there. I like the sport of it.
You like the sport. I don't like to bowl. I love the food and I love the people. Yeah. Literally, it's the best. And I like the shoes.
Are you kidding me? There is a bowling alley, and it is just, it's so close, and it's full of kids, if you can believe that. It's full of 20-something.
Yes. It's the best first date.
You can't get a damn lane in this place. And I'm like, no, I'm here to bowl. I'm not here to look cool.
Move.
Yeah. But if I would do leagues there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, with those nails, you can't.
Well,
don't you have your own bowling ball that's see-through or something?
Oh my God, no, but that's a gift idea.
I thought you had your own bowling ball with the bowling bag. I feel like you did it one time. Because you're a really good bowler.
I think I've talked about getting
your own bowling ball kind of person.
Totally.
Do you have your own roller skates?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course. Multiple pair.
And ice skates.
Yes. Where's that kind of porn too? We
need to roller skate. I love roller skating.
Yeah, let's do that.
I love to roller skate. Ice skating is hard, but I get it. I just always look like I'm toddling. I'm never like fully comfortable, but roller skating, I can kind of bring out some moves from when I was in like 4th grade and I didn't ever have a couple
Before we get into this, that's going to be my hot flash. Those brothers that roller skate.
I'm obsessed with
on Instagram.
Oh, they're so good.
Okay.
There's
Can
like
you look up what they're called, Casey?
There's like 3 black dudes and they like
are the best fucking roller skaters you've ever seen in your
why
life.
do I
And
think they're
like,
sexy?
they are sexy
like,
because their moves are incredible and they're coordinated and it's like all songs you love.
Yeah, they're like
and
like moving backwards and forward
my
at the
God.
same time.
I can rewatch those videos again
I get it.
and again. They're so good. What are they?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Is it
We'll
on-
find it.
Hold on.
You know
it's
what
on-
is equally terrible? Nope. There's 3 of them we share them all the time. You guys, I'm sorry, my allergies are killing me. Let me just say this. No,
it's always in a roller rink.
We'll find them. Let's pause on that.
Griffin Brothers, is that
Let
it?
me-
No.
Yes,
Yes, it's the
it's
Griffin,
Griffin
Brothers.
Brothers.
Yep. So
They're awesome.
Yep.
Hot
Oh my
Flash
God.
Central.
Look at, they coordinate these routines.
They are so cool.
You guys, it's
Let me
the
tell you
most
what,
joyful thing to follow on Instagram.
but I'll tell you what's
The
been
Griffin
ruined
Brothers.
by roller skaters is millennials. And I'm sorry, you millennials decided that your kids can't fall down. So you made
the
everybody get
walkers
the
and
stupid walkers.
And
And now they're these PVC fake pipe things, PVC pipe walkers.
I know.
And you have them at the rolling rink and they take too much space and kids leave them and everybody's eating. They're falling more because of these things.
Yes.
Instead of just going out and like learning how to trust their own balance.
They're called baby teeth for a reason. You know,
Don't get me
you
started.
knock them out, you've got new ones that are going to come in. All right.
Okay.
So Hallmark movies.
Okay. First of all, I just want to go through a quick top 5 categorically of the top 5 Christmas movies that should be enjoyed every season.
Okay. Yeah.
It should just be standard.
Not just Hallmark, like other
No,
kinds.
outside of Hallmark
Okay.
is in a different division because you can, I say this lovingly, you can watch one and you've seen 8. They're
Okay.
systematically similar.
But a guy might have a different color hair or
Yeah,
something.
maybe he's not. Maybe he's in advertising and the other guy's in real estate. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yep.
Usually starts out. Fine.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody's wearing peacoats.
Oh, I like those.
Okay. So number 1, with a bullet, White Christmas. Sisters.
That we never snatched about our sisters.
It's from beginning to end, perfect. There you go.
So the oldies.
That
You
I'm going
think
to
the
mix them
oldies
in.
or the
I'm going to go.
classics?
I'm going to
Oh,
mix
okay,
them in.
okay.
I'm going to go full. I can do.
Would you put like Wonderful Life in that category too? Kind of like
not as much as I would put White Christmas because I
Okay.
just think it's like the more I watch it, the more I fall in love with it. I'm obsessed with Bing Crosby. I just think like Rosemary Clooney, like the dance numbers are great. There's
Yeah.
cat, there's love, there's
Yep.
a little bit of like a cat and mouse in a safe space. It's
Yep.
like trains and a soldier that needs to be rescued.
I'm into all this.
Then
Yep.
there's a sassy innkeeper that I relate to, and she reads the mail. It's wonderful. White Christmas is, and then of course, because I have no recall right now. What's the one with the one with
Hugh Grant.
yes,
Love Actually.
okay, yes. So please edit this, Jonathan, because I have no
want
recall.
Jonathan, no, I
Okay.
want you to see how I got that with nothing. She gave me nothing and I knew exactly
You know what I do. I have a hard time remembering the name of that movie often, and I think it's because I don't think it's named right.
No, it should have Christmas somewhere
It should have something
there.
in it.
Something.
I
yeah.
think it should be the name of the song. Love Actually, awesome, but you can't show it because it's pretty R-rated, and but I love it for that reason.
But ladies,
and
watch
I
it.
saw it live, which was wonderful.
Ooh.
My husband took me to that, and I was like, "You're getting so rocked tonight for 8 minutes. I'm gonna give you my best Christmas bells." Okay. I'm going to go now a different direction. I'm going to go to number 3, also R-rated, but literally I think might be, God, I'm so turned on right now. Might be the most perfect movie. And don't come at me if you don't think it's a Christmas movie. I don't care.
Can I guess it?
Yeah.
Die Hard.
It's a perfect movie.
Okay. It is. I mean,
The foreshadowing, if
Yeah.
you look at the formula of that movie, it gives you, it literally like hands everything
do you believe
to
that
you.
script is touted
It
as
is
one of the best formulated?
hooked.
Yeah.
It is fantastic. Like when he's like has a cigarette in the plane and he's like packing up, and he's like, I get nervous flying. He's like, take your shoes off. That's why he's got his shoes off.
By the way, Bruce Willis, no one was hotter back then. No one was hotter back then. Bruce Willis,
just
Moonlighting. I really think between Moonlighting and Dukes of Hazzard, I realized I wasn't
Bruce
gay.
Willis,
yeah,
was my awakening.
Hottest.
And there was something weird about him where I was like kind of shouldn't be, but you just are. I think it's because
he's got like a
every
crooked
man.
nose.
He's got a little bit of balding, but he's got like the tank top on.
Yep.
And he looks like an asshole.
Yeah.
Gonna, like tussle you, like
he's not going to act overly excited about you, but
nobody's going to
love you deep. Yeah.
And it's going to be great.
And he's going to love you deep.
Oh my God. Yeah. And then he's going to be kind of mean and hot at the same time. Tease you a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Die Hard. Definite.
It's a Christmas movie. I think we've all come to that agreement.
Number 4, classic Home Alone. Got to watch it with your family. Super fun every time. Beginning to end, super fun. Although it's so funny as my kids watch it now, they're like, he is rude to his mother.
So
and I'm like,
rude.
and she is passive.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if she would have handled it the way I would have handled it, the movie would have been 8 minutes long.
Yeah, I don't know.
Been like, swept the leg, put him in a room, put him on the plane, we're gone. I don't even know if he'd go.
Get in this
be like, go with your grandma. You're not going to Paris.
I know, 100%.
Yeah.
John Hughes, totally different universe than the rest of us live in. Nobody
100%.
lives in that nice of a house. Boobs just aren't out that much. Like, just nobody talks to their parents that way.
John Hughes, have you ever taken a second to look at all the wallpaper in Home Alone? This is incredible. The densest home. There are more patterns. My brain is like, look at the background, look at the background. There's so much going on. But I love all the sweaters, all the knit prints. It's just one of those feel-good movies you can watch with your kids, and it's a riot.
I got to tell you, we watched 1, 2, and 3 all this weekend, and they're not. The first one is the best, but they're good for kids.
The sequels of some things are good in the space. Yeah. I'm gonna go more than 5.
Okay, great.
So,
because you're making me think. I know. A couple too.
I know. I got a deep cut one that no one agrees with, but I'm 100% right. But I'm gonna go with standard. Number 5, Charlie Brown Christmas. Just Charlie Brown Christmas animated. Is wonderful.
It's not a full length feature.
It's not a full length feature. There's like vignettes in there, but it's just one of those that is like. The music, the piano, the message.
Oh my God.
We have this thing where whenever we go on a walk and we see a Christmas tree, I make the kids do. Yep. They both have played it for piano recitals. It's awesome.
Do you remember, like, in the 80s when there were only, 4 or 5 channels, and you'd see that special in rainbow, like, swirl into the front of the screen? This time of year, you're like, fucking Charlie Brown. I know it's either Charlie Brown or Rudolph the Red-Nosed
It was usually the 4. Well, day after Thanksgiving was Wizard of Oz, and then they would do, like, a stack of Charlie Brown, Rudolph, and then there were 2
Abominable Snowman.
Yeah, and then I never loved Frosty. I was like, fine, Frosty, I'll make popcorn while you're doing.
I forgot about that one.
I thought it was mid. It was fine intro, but it wasn't like the real. But Rudolph, and if you watch Rudolph now, also a classic. That shit is straight up scary. When that dentist is pulling those teeth.
God, I know.
Come on now.
Yeah, it's
the 80s. Everyone's like, scare him a little. It doesn't matter.
I think
what could go wrong?
I think it's stop animation, and I believe it was made late 60s.
It's very old.
Okay. I mean, it's very impressive, too, that somebody did that. That took years, right?
Yes. Stop motion's really cool. And also, might I just say that there was a date, it was just 2 days ago that it was marked the 74 years that Charlie Brown has had Snoopy.
Oh, my God.
Because when he adopted him, it was so cute. My kids say that I'm Peppermint Patty. I know what that means.
I see that.
They're
like that. I love that.
They say I'm Peppermint Patty because I'm a lesbian without being gay. That's kind of the vibe.
Yeah. Come here, Chuck, and kiss me. Yeah. No, I know. But I always did love Peppermint Patty, so this makes sense.
Listen, I don't think she's the first one getting the invite, but she's going to bring a strong dish.
She wears a comfortable
collared shirt and some Birkenstocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm making Kristin have peach Bellini.
Yeah, I'm having peach Bellini. This is my favorite thing to talk about. Okay, so that was my top 5. And then Rudolph is in there with it, like, because it's old school. So those are just a smattering. And then you've got, like, really great rom-coms like The Holiday and all of those great ones that I can watch that I think are really sweet.
Well, can I throw one in there that can't be missed that we watch probably twice a week before the holidays is Elf.
Oh my God, I forgot. Yeah, Elf is
such a classic now.
We watch it so early, I forget it's a Christmas movie because we give permission into the.
Yeah.
But my kids are really funny. There's this old expression that like, don't let people find you dead with water in your canteen. Or that's not exactly the expression, but like basically like you'll hold on to something instead of just using it.
Right.
My kids do that with Christmas movies. They're like, we can't watch it yet. I'm like, right now we have an 11 movie stack. We can't get that done. I got to wrap presents, man. There's
like this BMW commercial right now that's like, is it too, like somebody tries to turn on Christmas music and it's like, nope, it's too early. It's like, and then
December.
Thanksgiving, it's like, no, it's too early. And all those, I'm like, what a wet fart buzzkill.
I do have a strong, I've lightened up this year because I was like, I just want the holidays to be here sooner. And I got our tree up like by December 1 with all the, everything being so crazy.
Yeah.
And I like I like having the full amount of time to like
just
celebrate.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
And like, what are we doing telling people not to be happy? What the fuck?
Don't we need all the joy we can get right now?
Yes.
And if
that's a BMW for you, well, fucking good.
Well, sure, that would give anybody joy. Let's not
joy on the road. Thank you. Here's one that I love that I think is not talked about enough. And my husband and everyone disagrees with me, but I love the movie Prancer.
Oh, okay.
With Sam Elliott, that grizzly man that has to deal with that little girl, and and the old lady in the house.
I don't think we've seen it.
Everybody needs to watch Prancer.
Okay,
I'm going to call it the indie of Christmas movies. The independent film of Christmas movies.
I will watch it. Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my daughter off the Polar Express train.
Polar Express is a tough one because it's got like Uncanny Valley. I can't watch it because the faces are like weird. And I'm like, are you AI? Like
I love Tom Hanks. I could listen to it. I don't want to watch it though.
I've made it through once. And I was like, no.
My daughter. She's like, hey, let's do this and watch Polar Express. I'm like, can we just do this? I don't want to.
We did play a game at Thanksgiving where we made everybody go around the room and they had to say a Christmas movie. And I was like, I'm going to smoke all of you because I have the Hallmark stack. But she was
after Christmas.
Yeah, she was deep cutting like Polar Express 1, the Polar Express Chronicles, the Polar Express. Like if there was a B movie that has been made in the Christmas space, Delilah was nailing it. I was like,
that's the other one. This is, and I'm all tapped out after this, is the Christmas Chronicles, which are
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
I think they're wonderful.
They're really good, you guys. And the world that they're in is
love it.
Beautiful. It's so fun.
Russell.
Both of those two. My God.
I mean, I've never had a Santa thing, but
they're still banging, right?
They're so banging.
Like, I mean,
that's part of their thing. She's like, I think they're like hippie. They're like, you got to stay in touch with each other.
God, I can't imagine what their life was.
Their role playing must be fantastic.
Yeah,
with all them. I'd be.
That's probably where the idea for the series
Kurt Russell
came
and
from.
Overboard.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Is that where they met?
No, they met way before then.
All right.
Because Kate Hudson was 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but they talk about their first date where they like
on the first date.
Yeah, she's like,
why wouldn't you?
Oh my God, him in a tank top. Hello, Bruce Willis. Okay.
All right.
I mean, I'm just saying the prude that I am because I was a virgin until I was 34. Nobody needs to comment on that, by the way. I don't need anybody.
Did you say 34? Because I was gonna.
My daughter.
I get it. Whoa.
She's like, you got with dad on the first night of getting engaged.
Gross. How dare you?
Like, we were hitting it so much sooner than that. Okay, we're going to play a game right now.
Okay.
I have a list of the 20 top Hallmark movies. And if you were wondering if there is a list, there is. And I applaud the person that put this together because, like I said, one buries into the other quite. You could literally interchange most of them and the script would remain the same. They're like, Angie, you're supposed to be at Christmas Carol Lane and you're supposed to be over here on Valentine's Christmas.
Like organizing paint colors. They're not that much different.
Knowing what you know about Hallmark movies, I want you to come up with the name of a Hallmark movie and we'll see if you can come close. And I think this is a big ask. So,
give me a couple examples.
Okay, I'll give you a couple examples that are not what I think you'll say. God, no.
Okay.
November Christmas.
Okay.
A Biltmore Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
All of My Heart, which is not very Christmassy, but I just feel like the rest of them, if I give it to you, you'll get like 8 of them.
Okay.
Okay.
How about this one? Not Home for the Holidays.
Close. Okay, do another one. Let me give it
Okay. Christmas in Spain.
Oh!
Wait, what?
Nope. Not Christmas in Spain, but Christmas in a location you're gonna do
In
it
Seattle.
less specific.
Christmas in South America. I don't know. What?
They're Hallmark. They literally don't have the budget to go to another country.
Okay.
This is all going to be in frickin' North Carolina.
Christmas in the Western Hemisphere.
That's too advanced.
Okay.
All right. Let me give you another example. A Kiss Before Christmas.
Okay.
A Christmas Detour.
Okay.
A Christmas Secret.
How about
Perhaps
a Christmas Gift?
Oh, yeah. Yep, you got one.
Okay.
Yep.
That score 1 for me?
There's one for you.
I've got a couple halvesies so far, I feel like.
You've got a couple of these, so you kind of got 2 points. Okay.
Miracle at Christmas.
Oh, totally. Yep.
Okay.
That one is, you just said it, and it's A Miracle at Christmas is number 18.
Okay.
I should have looked up the log lines on these and made you give a
Oh my God.
description.
Oh my God. That's what, here, you give me the movie title and I'll give you the description.
Okay. You give you the movie title?
Yeah.
Okay. A Royal Christmas. R-rated.
Okay. A young co-ed travels abroad with her boyfriend's family, gets sidetracked at Big Ben with a new guy named Ben, who happens to be royalty loosely, but she doesn't know it. But they go to a pub and fall in love, and he surprises her on Christmas.
There we go. Okay. Road to Christmas.
Flights get canceled all over Albuquerque, New Mexico. So 2 strangers rent a car and drive back to Boston, Massachusetts together. They hate each other at first, but then love and passion ensues.
I think that's what it is. I just got so excited because I think that's right. Okay. One more. Oh God. Christmas Under Wraps.
A man who's given up on Christmas and hopes of meeting the love of his life goes to buy his mother a gift in a department store and is helped by a free-spirited singer who also does beatboxing and rap on the side, and she invites him to her show. He goes and
Raps. It's Raps. W-R-A-P.
You know what? It works. It works on a lot of levels.
And Urban Christmas is better. That's better. And then what's the name? Meg the Stallion or whatever her name is comes out wearing nipple covers, and
he changes his mind about Christmas.
Hallmark says, "Nope, you got to go to BET."
Yep, we're gonna sell off this property to this intellectual property to like the Playboy
a more
channel,
adventurous channel.
See,
Hallmark.
women would like it though. They're like, "Well, it's about wrapping, but wrapping gifts in a naughty space." I like
God, that was really funny, Jen. You're really good at that.
Okay, here I'll give you.
Okay.
You tell me what.
Oh no! Oh God!
I'm going to give you one.
I'm not going to be nearly as good.
But you tell me what they actually are, because you probably.
I can't get them all straight. I don't know.
Have you seen a princess for Christmas?
I believe it's what you described before, that she does not know she's royalty, and then she goes through it. It's kind of like The Princess. It's a knockoff of Anne Hathaway. It's Anne Smith.
Okay. Do we already do a Christmas detour?
Yes.
Okay. It's so hard to tell.
Don't make me do these. I'm not good at this. You're going to be so much better at this.
A very merry mix-up.
Oh.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Two babies are born. The hospital mixes.
That's so sad. They find out years later.
There's a true crime case inside of it. The detective finds the lead investigator quite attractive, but they have to call on the newspaper to find the owners of these babies.
All
One's
right.
redhead.
I swear to God, there's one on here called 3 Wise Men and a Baby.
Mom goes out one night and she orders a 3 Wise Men, and then she has a baby.
Yep, doesn't know who.
And then she does 23andMe and finds out Roger down the street. It was a much better time at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Am I doing it wrong, Hallmark?
Nope. I feel like that's the way they happen in real life.
Yeah.
But Hallmark, you can put some glass on them. They make them a little bit.
Literally the rooms. Oh my God. I just watched one with, God, Blossom. It wasn't terrible. I was like, she's too good of an actress.
Yeah.
But it was, I literally thought like, oh, I can tell that you guys are on a set and nobody wants to put a picture on the wall because it's expensive.
All right, I can tell you they're catering to women here when they've got the 9 Lives of Christmas, because here women who like romance and cats and the holidays. We don't want to serve this up to. That's almost patronizing. Same with the country wedding.
That one's so fast. Oh my God, I'm watching a country Christmas. Is that what you're talking about?
Hell yeah,
country Christmas.
Yeah, this is a country wedding, but it is a Christmas movie, so there must be.
Does it say country Christmas or country wedding?
A country wedding. Yeah.
Country Christmas didn't make the top 20, and that's stupid.
Listen, he's got a Christmas tree farm that he runs, like does cattle in the summer, then Christmas tree farm in the winter.
The Yellowstone of Hallmark.
She's divorced and she moves back to this town.
To her small town.
Yeah, to her small town.
And then she sees him where they went to high school together, and he did nothing but give her a hard time.
Yeah.
But they did share a kiss one night. So then there's always been
a
this
little bit
tension.
of a flame.
A little bit of a flame there.
She still hates him. She's scorned by men.
Scorned by men.
She's not into it, but she goes there to buy a
breasts.
Christmas tree
Just
from
got
him.
him done.
Well, for some reason, he takes his shirt off to load the tree onto her
and then
Honda Civic.
but the tree knocks her over, and she's like, Scott.
Somehow she falls into the snow and pulls him with her.
And then he's on top of her, and then they start making snow angels.
And she goes, "You better be careful, or you're going to melt all this snow." And they don't even kiss there. You think it's going to happen there, but it doesn't. She, one of her old girlfriends calls her and they go to a bar, like just a little dive bar or whatever. She doesn't want to see that loser ever again. And guess who walks in after a hard day?
But he's wearing a sport coat, because what they don't know is that his tree farm is a multi-million-dollar conglomerate.
That's right.
So she just thinks he's like a little town. Am I doing Sweet Home Alabama? I think what's happening.
So. That's okay.
I think I just went down that road.
These, okay.
Oh, shit, man. I'd watch all these.
There are so many of these.
How long have we been going, Casey? 2 hours? Oh my God.
Yes, we gotta write these.
Okay. You know what I do think? Here's what I'll say. I'm surprised that Scrooged is so high up in the list, because I don't love it. It's a little cynical for me.
We love Bill Murray.
Maybe Bill Murray, and I love her, but
Yeah.
it just doesn't. It's not the one I watch all the time, and it's high up in the list. And I think we need to do another. You and I need to write a Christmas movie that is, the past goes to Christmas past. It's never been with a woman. If it has been, it's on a Hallmark. That doesn't count.
We're calling it right now. We're gonna do
copyright.
it. It's ours. It's ours because.
And there's like, Ebenezer Scrooge. It needs to be like Ethel Scrooge or
I
something.
think we mix genres a little bit. And her ghosts are hot dudes who run tree farms. Maybe they're cowboys. Maybe one is a wrestling coach from the.
Scrooge?
Yes. Oh, well, I've seen that one. Staying in a hotel one time, you could get it in like the low package. You know what I mean? The low package. I think we just podcasted. Merry Christmas.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Pioneer.